Hey guys, it's Mystic Starseed Angel here, and I figured it's been a really long time since we did a Divine Masculine check-in for YouTube, so I figured I'd get on here real quick and see what the Divine Masculines have to say, how they're thinking, how they're feeling when it comes down to their Divine Feminine. Just keep in mind that these are general messages, so please take what resonates and leave the rest, okay, guys? Because the messages can be for somebody else, okay? Just take whatever you feel on the inside that you know is yours, okay? And just remember that the messages could be for other people that are going through similar situations or whatever the case may be. If you haven't already, please follow me at Mystic Starseed Angel for daily content and pick a card readings. And if you are interested in purchasing a reading with me so I can check into your energy and your connection more in depth, please see the bio below as the booking information can be found in there. So let's just go ahead and get started and see what needs to come out. I kind of want to start off with these energy cards first. Okay, can you give me the overall energy spirit of the Divine Masculines at this time? Give me the overall energy for the Divine Masculines at this time. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Can you give me the overall energy of the collective's Divine Masculines right now? We got Angel of Love and Woman holding a coin. And then at the bottom, we have Financial Constraint. So I feel like right now with the overall energy with these cards, I feel like the Divine Masculines are really, really focusing on the money. And they really want to have more abundance coming through to them, but I feel like they keep hitting different financial constraints. They might be kind of in like a really negative headspace and have more of a lack mentality than more of an abundance and receiving energy. But I do see that they're trying to nurture this within themselves and knowing that it's going to be okay. I feel like they're also trying to work on letting down their guards around their heart and trying to find their inner light. Right now, I feel like they're getting guidance to take action, but right now they're just a little stagnant. 'Cause again, they're in like more of a I don't have mentality, but they're trying to find that within themselves. And they will get out of this. I feel like Spirit's really been with them, and guiding them through it. And they're really trying to find their inner light is what I'm really seeing. They're really trying to strengthen their connection with Spirit, and being able to be a little bit more receptive to the guidance that they've been given or have been getting, I should say. You know, because they do want this blossoming abundance, but they're just kind of stuck with the how and the when and, you know, like, what's my purpose? What can I do to make this better? And they don't even see that this path is being opened up for them, you know? They're sitting here and thinking about what they want, what they don't want, but they're not taking action towards it. They're kind of just like looking at it and they're like, oh, I could do this. And then they just don't because it's fear-based. But they're working on that. They're working on getting that out of the way so that they can move in more of a love type of energy. That's what I'm really getting here. Community is also at the bottom of the deck. So, you know, maybe the Divine Masculines, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, Divine Masculine, the whole Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine energy, that is not gender specific. So you might hear me say he or she, but it's just easier for the reading for me to go about that way. But please do not mistaken that it has to be gender specified. You can most certainly be a female channeling more of their divine masculine energy and, you know, vice versa. So anyway, the divine masculines, they could be really trying to like work within their community and being honest with the people around them, people that they trust, that they love. And they might be coming up with some type of strategy with somebody within their community to try to get this blossoming abundance that they so want. You know, they're thinking about it, they're trying to plan, and they want to take action. They want to take action. So, okay, so now that we have that going on, I think that they have like a lot of positive energy coming their way as long as they're going to start working towards it. Yeah, door to value flipped open. So yeah, they want that door to value. They want that door to creep open so that they can finally have their blossoming abundance. But they need to balance themselves. They need to balance their headspace. They need to figure out how to manifest. And if they probably already know how to manifest, but I just feel like it's like unintentional manifesting. You know what I mean? So I feel like they are just trying to unlock this power within them that they subconsciously or unconsciously knew that they had, but now they're trying to manifest things so that they can actually speak it into their reality. And they're trying to strategically plan this out and try to make this happen for themselves. Because right now they're really struggling to figure out, you know, like the happy medium. So they definitely need to start balancing their headspace and their environment and, you know, adopt more of an abundant mindset that instead of a lack mindset. You know, I feel like the divine masculines get into some type of like negative thinking process, which is like, you know, oh, you're never going to amount to anything. You know, you're not going to be the one to make this money. And yada, 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 all fear-based. By the way, I'm going to be using the Journey to the Divine Masculine by my girl at Divine Moon Empress. If you haven't checked her out, please do so. She's absolutely amazing, always on point. But yeah, let's see what's going on. Spirit, can you like let me know what the divine, like what's going on in the Divine Masculine's head right now? What's going on in the Divine Masculine's head right now? Okay. So we have heartbreak, family, reconciliation, overindulgence, and solitude. So what I'm really getting from these cards, oh, we have another card too. Trust issues. Yeah, the Divine Masculine's feeling very, very, very insecure about themselves and about the stability that they can provide to you or to anyone. They're really spending this time by themselves, you know, and they're really kind of mulling over this heartbreak. Now, a lot of you guys might be not in communication. You guys may have moved on with a soulmate. Whatever the case may be, you might think that your Divine Masculine's not thinking about you, but they most certainly are. They could even be watching you. I know a lot of people are like, oh, but I have him blocked. But I mean, at the end of the day, anybody can create an Instagram account to really, you know, watch somebody. I think that there's been like a lot of overindulgence in some Divine Masculine's life, okay? So that can look as, you know, somebody that does drugs, someone that's over drinking, or even just that fear and negative mindset that I had brought up at the beginning of the video. That is also an overindulgence of like self-critical type of thinking. And the message on the card says lessons of change and balance to manifest temperance. Excuse me. So I'm really picking up that he's trying to gain the clarity, which, by the way, overall energy at the bottom of the deck, of everything that's going on in his life, right? He wants to have some type of inner peace, and he wants his negative self-talk to end, right? Because at the end of this all, he really is thinking about family and reconciliation with you. You know, he wants to mull over this heartbreak, and he's spending a lot of time by himself, trying to claim his independence and also figuring out who he is or who she is. Like I said, it's not gender specific. But they're really taking that time to really refigure themselves out and try to make themselves better people. And I feel like they are gaining that clarity. You know, they're gaining the clarity of the situations that they could have put themselves in the past. and how it wasn't positive for them. You know, they're also seeing the people that were around them, like maybe during the time of you and this person's connection, you know, he would open up and discuss things with certain people and they wouldn't understand the basics of the connection. So they would always right in their ear. So I feel like you know, they're also gaining the clarity about the people around them and if they really harbor good energy for them or if they don't, you know, because there has been a big stalemate in the connection. There's no growth or development in the connection, but that's due to you having high boundaries and not, you know, you're not fuck withable. You know what I mean? You're not that same person anymore. You are the empress. You know what I mean? You know your worth. You have dignity. You have self-care. You care about yourself more to, you know, choose to keep moving forward on your journey. And then if the stars align, right? What else? Divine masculines. Tell me what's going on. Okay. All right. So we have communicate and walking away. So yeah, your divine masculine definitely wants to have a conversation with you about about family, reconciliation. But again, there comes that fear base. Do I have enough money? Can I even give her this family that she wants? She walked away from me. What makes me think that she's going to want to come back to me after everything that's been said and done? You know, again, and karmic partner. So, and then the divine masculine at the bottom of the deck. So this could either mean that they're with a karmic partner, or maybe that's why they originally walked away from you. And maybe you chose to go with somebody else, maybe a soulmate. You know, and maybe you're kind of creeping on this karmic partner and your divine masculine's connection, you know. Just know that the karmic partner that the divine masculine chooses to be with, it's just that they have other soul contracts that they need to complete before you and that person can come together in a healthy connection. It's part of their soul's contract. It is part of their soul's purpose. So, you know, if you see your divine masculine with another female or whatever the case may be, however they swing, you know what I mean? Just wish them, you know, detach with love, send them healing messages and let them learn their lessons. Let them learn their lessons, guys, because they definitely want to have some teamwork with their divine feminine. They want to feel abundant, but they have lessons to learn. They have lessons. We all have lessons to learn. And yeah, it's probably why he ghosted you. He has somebody else in his life, you know what I mean? Don't take it personally. You know, sometimes a lot of people have trouble like expressing their feelings in a healthy manner. And with a twin flame connection, it is very difficult for the divine masculine to be honest with themselves and honest with their divine feminine, you know, but that's also another lesson, right? They need to be able to work through these fears and these self-limiting thoughts so that they can have a transparent and real connection with you and a real connection with themselves. Forget about you for a second. You know, everybody needs to be transparent with themselves, and that's how the healing begins. If you can't look in the mirror and say, well, why does this keep happening to me? Or like, you know, an example, if let's say you're somebody that keeps like basically attracting some type of narcissistic energy from different people, sometimes you really do got to look in the mirror and be like, okay, well, what kind of energy am I giving off that these people are attracted to my light? You know what I mean? And maybe it's something within you that you just got to dig a little bit deeper so that you can heal it and move forward from it, you know, so that you can attract a higher vibing relationship, a higher, you know, somebody that's going to treat you the way that you deserve. I'm so sorry about my cat. Just give me 1 second. She wants to go outside. Yes, come on. Sorry about that. Yeah, so it's like, you know, at a certain point, if you can't be transparent with yourself and honest with yourself, nothing can kickstart that healing. So it's all lessons. It's all a learning experience. And I think that with your person ghosting you, you know, he has suppression, you know what I mean? He bottles up his emotions. He doesn't allow himself to feel a certain way. And he might think that you're crazy or this connection's crazy because it's so intense. But I see that he will have the energetic determination and start working on like some sort of, you know, self-control, you know, some self-master so that he can start feeling worthy of this connection and stop feeling so insecure about himself and know that whatever he brings to the table is what you'd be thankful for, you know? What else? Okay, yeah, he's triggered right now. Synchronicities, vulnerable. Yeah, he has a hard time expressing his emotions, guys. So these are the lessons that he needs to learn. These are still things that he needs to mull over inside of his head. And just know that, you know, you crying and being open and honest with yourself or with a loved one that you can trust and that support you, that it is not a sign of weakness. And you know what? I feel like we live in an age now where, you know, you don't want to ask for help. You know what I mean? And it's because you think someone's doing better than you. You don't want someone to think that you're doing any worse than where you should be at. But just know it's not you know, life is not a rat race, right? It's a journey. Life is a journey and it's going to take time. And he really wants to try to feel that fear and still communicate with you and still move forward, you know? He's getting all the signs and synchronicities from spirit and his guides. I feel like he really feels you, like telepathically. We have the telepathy card, excuse me. You know, he feels your feelings and your moods. And maybe in like a song, he'll be like, wow, this resonates so much with my situation with so-and-so, you know? Or it's like he hears a song and it's like, wow, I feel like this is a sign from God or a source or the universe, whatever you feel comfortable with, you know, see as, put whatever words you feel, comfortable with. But you know what I mean? I feel like that's really what it is right now. He's triggered because he can't be honest with himself. And if he can't be honest with himself, how do you expect him to be honest with you? You know? But the signs and syncs are there. And I see that he's going to pull through and get past all that because I know that he wants this family. And he's been thinking about communicating and having some type of, you know, like, you know, working with you on trying to compromise on this connection and how you guys can make it work since it has been a stalemate. Can you tell me what's going on in your heart space, DM? Tell me what's going on. Lovable, clouded. Yeah, so his headspace is matching his heart space right now, you know? Right now, he has poor concentration. He's unable to make a decision. But in his heart space, he's starting to find that he is lovable and he just needs to let that part of him shine, really. What else is going on in your heart space? Okay. Denial, self-protecting by refusing to accept the truth. Exactly. So he's getting all these signs and synchronicities and he's like, coincidence. And I'm a big, not everything's a coincidence, okay? To all my non-believers, but it's the truth. And a lot of people choose to think of it as a coincidence because a lot of people have a hard time really like wrapping their head around the messages that we get from our angels and our spirit team. What else is going on in the heart space of the divine masculines? Oh, we got commitment, pride, and marriage. Guys, I can't make this up. You see the cards coming out. We have family. Okay, that's his headspace. Where's the reconciliation card? Headspace, heart space, Okay, guys, your divine masculines, right? You guys play heavy in your mind and they want all these amazing things for you. He wants to feel confident and know that you're going to say yes to this commitment and yes to getting married and being together. But he really just needs to get out of his headspace because that's really what's holding him back right now. Because I see the confidence. I see that he wants the confidence, but he really needs to put down the pride and just get over the fact of not being able to apologize, right? He really needs to, and again, on the pride card, afraid to take action for fear of embarrassment or shame. This is legit all about fear. He needs to get that out. And I think that it kind of falls back on the financial constraints that we got earlier on in the messages in the cards. I really think that he is trying to work so hard on his money to become more of a stable person so that he can give to you. I feel like that's mainly where the fear is coming from. What else? What else is going on in your heart space? Chaos. Yeah, he's driving himself crazy. I'm not laughing. It's a nervous laugh. He's driving himself crazy. He's got neglect wounds, but he's trying to surrender it. So like your person, you know, again, repressed emotions. We had suppression, insecure, low self-esteem, unworthiness. He's really trying to shift out of his ego and into his soul self, right? He's trying to surrender in his heart, and he's trying to let go of the negativity because he sees the chaos that it's providing to him in his head. Like, we also got overindulgence. So again, I'm pretty sure I said it at the beginning of the reading, you know, like he's just so chaotic at this time, and it's just him creating problems in him, like with himself. You know, he needs to detach from the situation. He needs to surrender it. He needs to just go with the flow. And if his heart is telling you to reach out, if his heart is telling him to reach out to you, then that's what he needs to do. You know, he needs to let go of the self-limiting beliefs because you love him. You love him. You love him. Gives a shit. Excuse my language. What else? Give me some more messages before I pull out some messages. Other messages from the Divine Masculine. Yeah, Spirit's like, hey, Divine Masculine, you're freaking ready. Make that move because you want this. And you want this. And you want that. And you want to work with this person. And you want this with your Divine Feminine. So what the hell, man? You are ready. Take action on your dreams. Take action on what you want to see. Who you want to be around. Okay, so we got a year from now. So it's quite possible that these messages, him coming out of it, could be a year from now. And then at the bottom of the deck, forgiveness. So people, you probably all just rolled your eyes at me with me saying a year from now. But just know that if, let's say, the divine timing is in a year from now, it's because that's when you both will be ready. You know, just because you want your Divine Masculine now doesn't mean that you'll be ready to forgive him right now, because you're still working on different kinks and the betrayal or the deceit that you could have experienced in your heart. So just know that if you are rolling your eyes at me right now and you're like, oh God, Sabrina, a year from now, homegirl cannot wait. Well, that's another thing that you need to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself about. Why can't you just, you know, give yourself the year to just experience life without your Divine Masculine while he works on his stuff? You know, we're not supposed to be waiting for our Divine Masculine. We're supposed to be moving through life and experiencing life. And then when you both are ready, you guys come together in a healthy union where you guys don't experience separation again. You want to ensure that you guys are, you know, doing the work so that you both can have a loving and healthy relationship. What else, Spirit? Yeah, improving health, maybe aligning your chakras. Maybe a lot of you are really chasing business goals, you know, dream goals. The point is that, or maybe this could specifically mean like improving health. Maybe you guys are on a weight loss journey, or maybe you guys, even if you're not on a weight loss journey and you just want to get healthy, Spirit is literally saying, do that. If you've been thinking about it, do it. You will have success. Work on yourself, you know, compromise, you know, balance yourself, balance what you need to do. And also maybe this could also be a part of your life where it's like, you know, don't, you know, work so hard and have no play. Still go out. You know, a lot of us spiritual people, right? We don't always have to be sitting home and meditating all night, okay? You can go out with your friends and you can go enjoy your life and go be silly and just, you know, feel the vibration of life flow through you, right? It's not all about just like sitting on your couch and meditating for 9 hours a day. I mean, if you're into that, totally do it. I'm not being judgmental, but you know what I mean? I just, you need to make sure that you're doing the work, but you're also balancing your life, okay? Like you need to go out with your girlfriends, go have a few drinks, or go hang out with your guy friends, you know what I mean? Whatever it is. What else, Spirit? Yeah, so choose a new direction and be assertive. So, and big happy changes. Okay, so maybe you guys have been, you know, kind of just sitting inside the house waiting for your person to call you, but Spirit wants you to choose another direction, okay? They want you to live your life, experience life, okay? Go have fun. And I know if, let's say, you just recently went into separation with your person, you know, it might be easier said than done right now, but you know what? Time heals all. You know, you will heal this and you will find a path where you can start living your life and enjoying it, you know, even if it may feel hard right now. But Spirit really wants you to be assertive of it. So if you've been at home waiting for someone to call you, Spirit really wants you to take action on your own life and be responsible for yourself so that you can see these big happy changes that are coming. You know, in a year from now, this person's going to come back and be like, I was a silly person. Can we try again? But it'll only happen if you choose a new direction and you move forward with your life. You know? I'm going to pull some messages out. Twin flame messages. This is from Mystic Moon. If you haven't checked her out, please do so. She's great. We'll just pull out some cards. All right. Divine Masculines. If you could say anything to your Divine Feminines at this time, what would it be? If you could say anything. Oh, my goodness. If you could say anything to your Divine Femmes, what would it be, Divine Masculines? All right, we'll take them all. F it. All right. Am I good enough for you? Extremely fear-based right now, okay? That's really what's holding him back right now. He is just sitting in his head and he's like, am I worthy? Am I not worthy? Can I give her the money that she deserves? Or can I like provide for a family that she deserves? He's got to get out of that. He's really creating some type of insecurity in his own head where it's keeping him stagnant. And he's going to get through that. I'm really bad at commitment. Yeah, no kidding. You've affected my life significantly, okay? So if you guys don't think that you triggered some sort of healing in your person, you are wrong, okay? Your Divine Masculine finds you special, okay? There's nobody better in the world than their Divine Feminines, okay? Trust in that and trust in your spirit team, okay? And trust in your Divine Masculine. You know, they might be with a karmic partner. They might be out there and having some crazy debauchery going on, but that doesn't take away from the fact that you probably, no, not even probably, you haunt their motherfucking life, okay? You are special to me even though I told you otherwise. Yeah, I know. I know. They probably could have said some mean things. I never loved you, blah, blah, blah. That was all a lie. They truly do care. They want you in their life, but the connection is so intense. I know it might be too late by the time I figure things out. So a year from now, that from the Angel Answers deck, you know, who knows what's going to happen in a year from now? You could be with the soulmate and you could be happy in that relationship. And we'll see what happens. But now, if this is another fear-based thought process that the Divine Masculine is going to create in his head, you know, that's also something that's in there that's creating some type of fear base. Does my Divine Feminine have somebody else in their life? Are they happier with this person? Should I even bother? But again, even if you are with somebody, don't think that these messages from your Divine Masculine is me saying like, oh, well, dump that person. No, because whether or not that's a soulmate or a karmic, you still need to learn the lessons that you need to learn from that person. Okay? It really was me, not you. Okay? So if you guys have been, if let's say your Divine Masculine told you that, you know, this, you know, it's not working out for X and X reason, and you started overthinking and it's turned into like, oh, this was all my fault, just know that this was on them. Okay? The connection intensified and they couldn't handle it because they weren't ready to look in the mirror. Okay? I am working towards a better future, okay? So yes, this confirms the earlier messages about the financial constraints. He is trying to really work out his financial stability, okay? He really, really wants to be able to provide something to you that's stable and you'll be comfortable living in as well. And the last card, I still remember the good times we shared. If you think that you've been in separation and in no contact with your person and they haven't, you know, they forgot everything, they didn't. I'm sure they sit there and they ponder and they have nostalgic energy on all of, oh my God, stop. So I was just playing with it and it just, I can't. Spirit is here to confirm that they are sitting there and they think about all of the times that you guys shared together. Okay? It's, if you think that they have forgotten about you and forgotten the connection that you two shared, that is not the truth, okay? They constantly think about you, but they're just trying to work out the kinks in their life so that they can come forward with you. So beautiful. So beautiful. Well, thank you guys for watching the video. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Again, follow at Mystic Starseed Angel for daily content. And I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. Love and light.